In Bloxworld, you can do many things, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are aware of that. But let me just say that I found a way to use the VR game setting mode, whatever you like to call it, and make it more interactive with the game. And of course, there's limits to this, especially since it's way better in first person than in normal third person mode. Yeah, that's kind of it. But one thing is for sure is that I have a way where you can turn any vehicle and you can drive it in VR. I have some things for this. I got a new iPhone, and it's an iPhone XR, I think that's what it's called. I got a small basic headset for the phone, so it's a headset. I got a small pair of headphones too, just for extra audio effect. Other than that, I guess we might as well dive into it, because there's not really much to say about it without showing you something. Alright, so here we are in the game, and I'm flying a plane using my little mechanism. Of course, I actually don't know how to fly it, and now I have to take it off so I can restart it. It's a bit of a mess, especially when you start it by accident. If you could just... There we go. So here's what I did. So there's these 5 objects here, and you need to use your eyesight to maneuver the plane. So when the world starts, you have to look directly at the control pad, this thing here. Now, for you, you're gonna see the two, the goggle effect, but I'm actually wearing the goggles. And even though I could just like, I'm not gonna do that, I still have to do it for it to work. So apologies for that. And you can tell that I'm actually flying the plane by looking at these transparent blocks, and I even position them in different locations in the plane, and obviously they are like a D-pad or WASD or something. So like up is, well, moving, like pulling upward like that. And these are just for turning it, because that's kind of how you fly planes in Bloxworld. You just move it up and down, and then you rotate it so you can change, like, rotate like that. I actually made sure you can't turn it off by accident, because it can get annoying if that's the case. It's actually kind of easy to fly it. Like, you just gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know how to position your cursor. So I'm basically gonna describe what I'm seeing here, because obviously you don't see what I see. So what I see is that I have 2 dots in the like, not in the center, but they're like somewhere in that general vicinity. What I mean by that is, like, there's the center point, and then there's 2 dots on each side, but they have a distance. So basically I have to look directly between them to know where my actual cursor is. And then that's how I know where to look, because it needs to be directly in it for it to register. So there's a thing in Bloxworld in one of the parts where you can code with, where it's in VR, and if it says look at, don't use focus, because it doesn't really work, at least not in the way that you're supposed to. So look at is better. I don't know what focus does. And but basically, you can once you put it in, just put any command you want, and it will do it if you look at it in VR. You don't need goggles to do this. It just makes it look cooler, especially when you have headphones on, as if you're in the game. No, I'm just been talking, and I'm just flying the plane. But it's kind of cool how you can just look around. Again, you can't see that. All right, I guess might as well finish with this part, and I might as well show you the behind the scenes, which shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I'm in the world. I just need to put my I just need to move over to where the plane is, because I've been building stuff in the background during the beginning part of the video. I just need to get to it. So the map just in case you're wondering, the map I'm using is Desert Planet, because it's really big and it has some decent looking world values, or to setting details, that kind of thing. So you can see that's how it kind of works. You just do look at and then up. or something like that. Make sure you make it a model in case you're planning on adding other stuff. I even made like a little looping wind sound, so it kind of makes it a little bit more realistic. I put in the traditional HUD dot and have it in first person, and I made sure my character is further back so I could see it. And each one is obviously just look at and the command. There's not much here other than the fact that I changed the controls with the commands where if you look at the certain parts that will change it, the direction and whatnot. I did not touch the turbo area because you can't turn on turbo in this way, at least not in this design, first of all. But this is actually really a simple design, at least to me. If it's complicated, then, I mean, I'm showing you the details about it. But it's pretty easy to do. I actually haven't tried it, but I think you can do this without VR. You can do it in, like, camera tilt or something. But it's called VR, so I don't think that's gonna work. So yeah, that's basically how you can interact with your world in VR, in case you haven't found out yet, because this is new to me. If you knew about this, give yourself a high five. But if you didn't know this, well, you learned something new. I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Or, as others say it, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!